Hi there, Mike Shope, Adam Krautwurst. Welcome to the Deep End, June 6th, 2023. Happy birthday, DeAndre Hopkins. We'll talk about him. 31, the 31 wide receiver. Can that work in this economy? Very special episode tonight, as if they're all not special, as we will spin the wheel of names. Even if we were just spinning the wheel of names for nonsense, that would be fun. But instead, we are going to be selecting the divisions and the draft slots for the 2 live Scott Fishbowl drafts in Buffalo coming up July 6th. Adam pointed out to me tonight, these are going to be the first drafts in the Scott Fishbowl this year. Live, slow, anything. We are the first live drafts, and the slows don't start for a few more days. So somebody tonight in our midst is going to be making, actually 2 people at the same time, making the first picks of the Scott Fishbowl this year. Very exciting. That'll be fun. Louie Gee will join us. He and I, pretty much co-organized this event. Scott is the main guy, but for the Buffalo part of it, at a bar called Fatty Beer in North Tonawanda, we'll be hosting there this year on July 6th. And Louie will be on to enjoy the spinning with us. Talk a couple of trending topics here first, including Hopkins. What happens? Mike and Adam, thanks for watching on YouTube, listening, iTunes, Spotify, proud partner of the Player Profiler Network. Welcome to the Deep End.
I want the first pick now. I want the first pick. I'm fired up.
You want to make the first pick of the entire tournament?
I'm going to auction it off like you did last year.
What did it be?
Lots of different stuff was going on that night. We had drafting. We had Thurman Thomas there last year. We were auctioning off picks, and I think Julius made a jumped the gun on some ADP there.
Davis Mills.
Davis Mills. Great night last year was. I am so excited to be the first. Is it later this year? I feel like we went off in June last year. Am I nuts?
No, it was a week later than this.
Okay.
The next day was my daughter's birthday, which is the 15th. So I think we would have been the 14th.
Okay.
Close about
Very
that.
nice.
I feel like what we established last year makes this year's the kind of event that Thurman would just come to. It's not like we'd set it up or book him or anything like that. But, you had that much fun last year. It was that nice to meet Adam and his friends and, sell a couple of rounds of golf for charity. That why wouldn't he just want to drop by this year,
I think you should ask, and I think there's some other bills that might want to drop by too.
Yes.
What are they? What's the worst that can happen? They could say no. Come on.
I have a text into Leonard Floyd already, so we'll see what we get.
Let's go, Lenny.
All right, we will do the wheel of names and the draft slots in about 20 minutes, maybe a little sooner, depending on how the conversation goes. But that's the plan, and Louie will join us then. What's new in your draft world? Like, what are you into right now?
In my draft life, I feel like we're a couple of girlfriends sitting around a cup of coffee. Like, hey, how's your love life doing? How's your my draft life?
Probably not a bad comp.
That isn't a bad comp. Love hate with all this stuff. It's been good recently. I've been diving into all these like Superflex tournaments all over the world. And so here's one from the FFPC, a slow one. And you know what? I'm kind of coming around to these slow drafts. Just because I say that and I timed out in this one, but I'm coming around to these
slow, but you are coming around to them
because I feel like they actually fill quicker this time of year. But believe it or not, so I've been coming around to these, and you can do 4 or 5 of them at the same time. And so yeah, I dove into this one. I got the 7th pick, and I just love Superflex because you can do so many different things. I'm in another Superflex draft on a different website, where the quarterback's just in the middle of these rounds went so much quicker. Like here, we were talking about this earlier. Brock Purdy's QB 25 in this draft. I'm showing you guys, and in the other one, I got Matt Stafford as QB 26 in like round 10 to 10, 11 turn.
Here he goes, 503.
There you go. Yep.
Adam's team is Herbert and then Kupp and Lamb. You get those amazing wide receivers in rounds 2 and 3 of these.
I know.
Hall, Pickett, Watson, Adam took a nap. Bryce Young. You would have picked Mike Williams there.
I know.
And then Dameon Pierce, who I like a lot this year. Maybe did I talk you into him?
Yeah, Dameon Pierce would have been a fine pick there. I would have needed another running back. Bryce Young would have been Mike Williams though. So hopefully that doesn't crush me there. But what are your? I mean, we've talked about Breece Hall a lot. Are you? And then Watson too. We haven't talked much about. Where are you? I'm starting to like form my. I'm reading all the stuff, going through the numbers, listening to the people that I trust, all the podcasts that are out there that I know you guys are all listening to. And starting to formulate my opinions, not necessarily flag planting yet, maybe, but starting to feel more comfortable in each round, having my guys starting to set up my tiers. And I feel like Watson is kind of higher than I thought he was going to be going into this year. Where are you on Watson?
Lukewarm.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just he ran so hot, and Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback, the touchdowns, there's talent. There were questions about him before, but you got a track guy who can really run. And if Love is good, he'll probably do great, Watson. But I don't know. There's still some uncertainty about when you have a new quarterback like this, who his favorites are going to be. And you have Jaden Reed, a day 2 draft pick. You have new tight ends. In fact, 2 that they drafted in this draft, Musgrave and Kraft, I believe. You have Romeo Dobbs who showed things, and you have Jones and Dillon. So I don't know. I don't expect like big volume for Watson, but best ball, sure. there's a guy who can, do a lot. Spike week potential, as they say. Breece Hall, I want to like him, and this is another close one. These guys you brought up are really you hear back and forth on the shows, like you're saying. I think one thing that doesn't get said often enough about Hall is that apparently the Jets have made some real effort to bring in someone else, and they may not be done trying with the Jahmyr Gibbs report. Like, what is it how is it in the best interest of the Jets to get out that they had interest in Jahmyr Gibbs, who insanely was picked 12th? I mean, why would you want anybody to know that you wanted someone different and that it would be that early? Like, that is just very weird to me. That's probably true. And you still have Carter, for what that's worth, and Zonovan Knight, who did okay. And then you have Abanaconda. So I just think there's a lot there. And you have a guy off an ACL injury. Maybe he's fine. That's how they've been talking all the time. But I'm really only taking Breece Hall. I mean, usually at least, if it's value. And I guess in Superflex, I couldn't tell you intuitively whether it is here. Running back 11 after Stevenson seems about right, in all the formats. Yeah,
that would usually be around the 3-4. Maybe around like Najee Harris would be the nice value there in like non-superflex drafts. Yeah, I think the Breece Hall thing's interesting because I think last year we're trying to compare this stuff to like maybe like the J.K. Dobbins thing where the team was always very kind of negative on like him return. It was him being like, yeah, I'm coming back. And the team was like, I don't know about that. Whereas this time, I don't know if I've really heard from Breece Hall, but the team, you see clips of him out there running and cutting, and the team is very optimistic, and all the Twitter doctors out there, the guys who talk about this stuff. I think Edwin Porras is one of them. And I think he said it's looking good for him to be there. So that's the type of stuff that I've always said we were going to start, we got to keep our ear to the ground and stuff like that. And this might be the best opportunity to get Breece Hall at a reasonable deal. Because again, if there was no injury, if we weren't worried about a knee injury, he'd be going in the first round for sure, I would think.
Well,
is RB3 or 4 probably.
By the Ravens talking negatively about Dobbins, you mean Ian Rappaport unofficially on behalf of the Baltimore Ravens, and they got into it. A couple things you want to be cognizant of, like you pick Hall. Pierce is probably a really good compliment. I don't know. They have the same bye week, I guess. You have to figure that out, but I know you'll draft other guys. That's the kind of guy I'd want. Like if Hall starts the season late, to the moon if he's on the field, right? Like he would have been the offensive rookie of the year when Garrett Wilson, his teammate, actually won it because he was hurt. So is he going to be on the field early? Like you're going to need early points and you're 8 rounds in, or you were 7 rounds in before you had a running back who may, if Hall needs a few weeks, then you got to account for that. Harris, 10 out of 10 analysts are going to like Hall, the player, more than Najee Harris, the player. But if you pick Harris, then you can maybe gamble a little bit next time because he is going to be on the field all the time, I think. For Pittsburgh, people just don't like the player. I think Harris is. I can't believe it because it's so not my taste usually, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of in.
Yeah.
I mean, you never hear a word about him. I think the offense is almost definitely better just from Pickett another year, and most of the pieces are the same, and their line is better.
Better. Yes.
If you think they take him out for Jalen Warren because of efficiency metrics at PFF, I don't think you know the Steelers. Like,
Yes.
Harris should be on the field all the time for them. So, even Stevenson, who everybody loves, people have questions about whether that'll happen. So I think Harris, in any format is probably a little bit, I'm just not afraid to take him. I don't rush out for him, but I'm not afraid to take him. I have been though at other times. Lately though, I've sort of gotten comfortable.
Yeah. Sean S in the chat, the back-to-back FFPC champ, main event. Yes. Is he for sure better than Jalen Warren? No.
I think he for sure isn't.
I think it might be a Zeke Pollard situation,
Right.
but it's just it's the same thing. Like they're just not going to give the ball. I think Warren's a phenomenal, I think he's a Tony Pollard, from the last 4 years. Pick him in the 11th round, and if you get an injury, he's Jalen Warren's to the moon, type deal. But Najee Harris is a big, strong back that doesn't get hurt a lot either. But so kind of similar in that like Zeke mold.
How has he done in terms of touchdowns? Like I don't know that one. Has he like inside the 5 stuff that I want to figure out about Harris, because I feel like I'm just guessing now, but maybe there's a positive regression opportunity for him, or maybe not. I don't remember him like last year having, scoring very much. So if I'm right about this guess, then I think he's even better as a pick.
I think he was the same year 1 and year 2, but year 1 he got like 96 targets, and year 2 he got like 45 targets. So it was just the targets that came way down, which crushed him. And again, I hated him at the 1-2 turn last year, right? But now you're getting him at the 3-4 turn, and here in the super flex you're getting him even later at the 4-5 turn as RB12 essentially. Like that's fine there. You start receiver Najee Harris, I think you're going to be fine as long as Najee's healthy. And he obviously has that touchdown upside and all of that stuff that comes with it.
I'm confident that on Underdog, you have a ton of Najee Harris, because as we know, when we watched if you watched our schedule release show, Adam was so locked in on Seattle-Pittsburgh. Like that is his week 17 game. And so he can get his Metcalf or his Lockett or his Smith and Jigba and Najee Harris just every day. So I'm expecting 70% exposure to Najee Harris over there.
Every day. And listen, the Seahawks' best defensive run stopper on their D-line left to go to the Buffalo Bills. So come on, Najee to the moon.
Well, thank God the Bills paid $68 million again to another defensive lineman.
They don't have enough. I mean, come on.
You can't be too sure. All right, coming up, the Scott Fish Bowl draft slots and divisions. We're going to randomize all that as we've been talking about. We did the same thing last year. Before we do that, Adam, what are your thoughts on DeAndre Hopkins and where that stands? Do you think there's a favorite right now? Do you think this is going to drag on? What do you think?
I think he doesn't want to go to like mini camps and all this stuff. So I think like whenever OTAs and all that stuff ends, I think you'll find him signing with someone. So, they keep hearing the front runners are the Chiefs and the Bills, and then the Bills went and signed Floyd, and they re-signed I want to say Ed Harris, the
Oliver.
actor.
Six letters. Yeah, 6 letters.
Right, 6 letters. Ed Oliver. I'd rather have Ed Harris at this point, but they extend Ed Oliver. They send another defensive end in Floyd, and they're out on Hopkins. But Bean was on a show the other day talking about how the money, it just depends on the money. They didn't say they were out on him. It sounded like they were still kind of working it out or whatever. So I think they might be still in on him somehow. I'm not a capologist, but I think if the Bills can make it happen, they will. But he's going to have a lot of suitors. He does. So
who's worth more, Ed Oliver or Ed Harris?
Ed Harris for
you think?
Sure. Much longer career.
Hopefully he had a good agent, though. I mean, that's a long time ago. Apollo 13. I mean, that's 30 years ago. I don't know how much money.
The Rock. Come on. The Rock is even better than Apollo 13. Come on.
What's that?
Oh, that's Alcatraz. I think he was
Oh yeah,
The general, you got to watch it.
Truman Show.
You and Julius, guys' night. Come on,
I've been there.
Alcatraz.
It's very cool.
I would love to go to
You
Alcatraz.
have to take a boat out, and then you're not allowed to speak.
You're not?
No, they give you an audio tour, little thing like this, like these, and you walk around. You know, you go 1, 2, 3, but you're not allowed to speak at Alcatraz.
Can you do an underdog draft from Alcatraz?
I don't know the rules. Ask Ben Gretsch. Does he have to go as far as Alcatraz to draft? Oregon seems to suffice.
That's
Poor,
right.
poor Ben. Like, he's on these ship chasing shows every week. He can't do anything. He can't draft. He's just drafting through them. Then he goes to Oregon for a weekend with his kids. Comes back. He's in 30 slows. He said on ADP chasing. He's got fast. He's just overload. Well, you know, his kids are at the beach or whatever. Good for him. Good for him.
Good for him.
All right. One thing real quick. We wanted to talk about I'm not sure we have a lot of time for this anymore. What it looks like here. We're into June. Ezekiel Elliott, Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt, not on teams. Pretty good chance they all go to training camp at least. Maybe Hunt or somebody doesn't make a cut, depending on how they look. I mean, he kind of looked bad, I thought, at times last year, but Fournette is still Fournette, and Elliott's still Elliott for what that's worth. Do you have in mind a team that, you know, you're scared of hearing one of them signs with?
I mean, I guess it would depend, like, personally on, like, what my shares look like, but I don't know. I feel like any team with, like, a running back, there's so many teams that don't have running backs that are already getting carries, right? So you've got, like, a couple. You got Bijan, you got JT, you got Barkley, you got Eckler, you got McCaffrey. Like, those are your studs that are the workhorses. Probably even Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, stuff like that. So if he were to go to one of those teams, I think that would stink for them. But I also am like, you know, maybe it wouldn't hurt, because what does he have left? You know, what does Zeke have left? I think, like you said, I think Fournette's the same age as McCaffrey and Joe Mixon, right? Who are still starters in the league. But, like, I think Kareem Hunt's dust. I think that's why they got rid of him. And all the kind of metrics and stuff were showing that last year. That's why nobody traded for him, because I think they saw that he was dust. So, but Zeke's probably dust too. But I think teams are gonna wait till training camp, and as long as they don't land on like I said, McCaffrey, Eckler, Robinson, Taylor, Barkley, Jacobs, Henry, I think everything else, the running backs are kind of low enough in ADP where you can figure it out.
I want to be able to prop bet this, which maybe you can offshore. I want to prop bet that 2 of those 3 guys sign with LA teams.
Yeah, it could be. The Rams need one for sure, I think.
The Chargers should want one more.
The Chargers should want one too, yeah.
Right? Like, are you trying to win? They should be trying to win. New offensive coordinator, who, by the way, was Elliott's coordinator in Dallas. I mean, Eckler, just age and volume. I mean, who is the backup? I drafted Isaiah Spiller last week. I mean, somebody's the backup. So you want for the drafts when you're talking about, like, the mid to late rounds, you're drafting these guys, you want that. If you drafted Eckler, then of course you don't. But somebody cuts into Eckler and somebody cuts into Pollard. Like, everybody loves Pollard. End of round 1 now, or early round 2. Like, I like him too. Somebody else is there. Unless you think Malik Davis is relevant, or Ronald Jones, or Deuce Vaughn. I mean, there should be, it won't be expensive. Dallas had Zeke, so I don't know how they feel about that, but there should be veteran running backs on some of these rosters, and they will be. I mean, they will be. But if I could get some sort of a parlay where 2 of the 3, Elliott, Fournette, Hunt, are on the Chargers and the Rams. I mean, Elliott on the Rams, if it's not the Chargers, he's on the Rams, like, he works. What's McVay? Why did he even go back? Like, Stafford is back.
Right.
Kupp is back. Like, they won 2 years ago. They're probably pushing. They're hoping their line is better. They're probably pushing. And here's Akers with the Achilles, whatever happened early to mid-season last year. Everybody loved his finish. It was against a Bronco team where the coach was fired the next morning. I mean, I feel like they didn't really draft anybody relevant. So I like Elliott for the Rams, and I would say Fournette for the Chargers, or vice versa. It's pretty much the same. I want to see if that happens.
See, you like stuff. I hate stuff. Like I don't want them anywhere. It's just don't. That's why I'm reluctant to draft now, anyways. Because that's why now you should be doing hero or zero RB teams because a lot of the fluctuation. But Hopkins is a problem for receiving course too. So
I think Cleveland for Hopkins. Money really makes a difference on the depth chart. Watson connection.
My gosh, you've been
aggressive organization. I think that's like if he wants to go to Cleveland, that's the spot.
Have you been talking to Sean? Because Sean says Cleveland too in the chat. So
is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Great minds.
I mean, you know, Sean's about to find out his Scott Fishbowl draft position because he's active tonight.
Yes, he is
active.
Yes.
All right. We will bring on Louie Gee in a moment and have some fun spinning the wheel of names and finding draft slots for the first Scott Fishbowl drafts of the year. Live in Buffalo, July 6th. But first, Mike Shope, Adam Krautwurst here on the deep end. A word from our sponsor.
You know, people always ask me, hey, what is the World Series of fantasy or the Super Bowl of fantasy football? And it's easy. It's the FFPC, the Fantasy Football Players Championship. It's a $6 million prize pool. And they've had their Never Too Early Best Ball leagues cranking since February. And so the FFPC is the answer to so many questions. Hey, where's the best place to get a Dynasty Orphan? Well, you can adopt a Dynasty Orphan at the FFPC. That's why we partner with them. If you want to play fantasy football for low, medium, high stakes, seasonal, best ball, dynasty, go to the FFPC. And don't forget, promo code Underworld gets you $25 off your first team. $25 off your first team, no matter what team it is, no matter what format it is, at the FFPC. Go do it.
Back on the deep end. Hi, back on the deep end, Mike and Adam. Pleased to be joined by our friend, Louie Gee.
How are you doing, guys?
His palatial Airbnb that he owns in Ashland, Massachusetts. There it is. I'd recognize it anywhere, no matter the decor. Good to have you on, Louie.
I'm glad to be on, but the funniest thing about that is can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. I'm not home and just waiting to come in onto the show. I'm at a friend's house. I've had her 4-year-old come down and ask me to put on her pajamas. I have a dog playing with a toy in the background, as you can hear. A friend walked in. We're not in the normal podcast studio, so I do apologize.
Greg Malk has a 4-year-old? I didn't know that. That's interesting news. Good to see that you're hanging out with Greg. I like hearing that. Well, Adam figured out that these are the first drafts of the Scott Fishbowl this year. Did you know that? I hadn't thought of that.
You know, I saw the dates, the 6th or 17th, so I figured we were going to be one of the first. Are we the only ones on the 6th?
Yes, the second one is in London, or ones are in London, and the London guys, like, I'll be watching the Buffalo drafts, you know, and we as slow draft players all wanted to see the early ones and try to copy that. So somebody in this chat maybe, or tonight's going to be setting the tone.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like, 3 years ago, Buffalo, we didn't even have a live draft. And, last year we had the big event, and now here we are setting the ADP tone with, you guys might not want to brag about the local people, but I will. Like this is going to be a sharp room. It always is. And we got a lot of good guys in this. So it's going to be tough as always. We said last year, there was no way the winner was coming out of either of our divisions. I'd probably bet on that again this year, but at least we get to set the tone this year.
Who won last year? Can I ask that question? Like I don't.
Who Victoria was good.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Mars. Oh, I don't know.
Come on, this guy's got to go. This guy or girl's got to go on a world tour.
Scott Fish won the Scott Fish Bowl last year. Or his son.
The kids won last year.
The kids.
Last year, Louis, Victoria Geary did really well. I remember Kyle did well, right? Maybe Matt Schauf.
I think Victoria and Kyle were like the top two from Buffalo. I think Victoria just etched out Kyle, but let's just go with that. I don't want to give Kyle any more credit than he deserves.
Well, hold on. Kyle was looking at my cheat sheet. If we don't
Kyle
all
was
remember
looking at
that correctly,
and so obviously,
somewhere. of
Let me
that.
let me run the numbers over. Adam won the Scott Fish Bowl
Right.
last year. It turns
That's
out.
right.
Adam, if Davis Mills gets picked in the first round again, I guess that's ADP. Maybe he gets picked in the first round all throughout the Scott Fish Bowl this year if that happens.
We're setting the ADP. I love that.
All right, let's call up the wheel of names. And before I
let's call
start
it up.
clicking and spinning, just want to explain it. That is this is, before you move on from that, there are two divisions, there are two Buffalo drafts. They will both be held at Fatty Beer in North Tonawanda at the famous Wurlitzer building on the evening of July 6th. They are called officially on scottfishbowl.com, Fatty Beer and Anchor Bar. Anchor Bar is as the legend has it, the birthplace of chicken wings in Buffalo. Neither Louie nor I nominated them for any sort of special distinction in this. They have nothing to do with the event, but it's a famous Buffalo place, and that's the theme, restaurants and food, the theme of the Scott Fish Bowl. So no one's going to Anchor Bar for this draft. They're both at Fatty. They're called Fatty and Anchor Bar, but I didn't want to say anything more tonight. Just Division 1, Division 2. Doesn't matter which one is which. Okay?
Got it.
Love it.
Here's the wheel of names.
The wheel of names.
What we're going to do is 101. If your name is spun, 101 in Division 1, then 101 in Division 2. I guess you could go all the way Division 1, all the way Division 2, but that's way less drama. It'll be fun to sort of see who's in which group and draft slots, and then that's just a better time
Totally
tonight.
agree.
Okay. Louie, is there a spot you want?
I think for
Other than
this-
next to Adam, so you can see his notes.
Yeah,
Other
as
than-
far as the
I
pile
know.
as possible.
I really don't care for this in this tournament per se, because I do think that the mid is probably usually the best to just play off of the other people. I hate in sharp rooms. I hate being on either side of the board. So like in a real sharp room, I'd rather be somewhere from like 4 to 8. So it's not really so much the format that makes me want to do that. It's just the fact that we have a lot of sharp players with us. So I'd rather be somewhere in the middle to play off of that.
Also, Adam, in the middle, less likely you will time out, as you learned from that other draft. Like if you're on the ends, you can put 2 picks in at once, then go to bed.
Unless I'm at the bar, then I could probably time out.
I do think that that's got something going for me here. Being a live draft, this might be one of the few drafts I don't fall asleep by the end, because I am famous for falling asleep before the end of any drafts I do.
Well, I guess good luck. I have no preference either. In fact, Scott tweeted he just finalized the scoring tonight. One thing I believe that is established is third round reversal. That is in the rules on the website. That was the rule last year too. Remember, Victoria was, and she did very well, Victoria Geary, she got the 12 in the division I was in. I don't think you guys were in it. And she did not know that meant she picked first in the third round also. So that is a Scott Fish Bowl thing. Interceptions are really a problem in this. So your quarterback rankings probably should be different than they are in your usual leagues. And same as last year, we're on Sleeper. The live drafts are on Sleeper, and you have to have a kicker on Sleeper. You don't have to in the other leagues that are on MFL. But no, we're doing 10 rounds live and then 12 slow, 22 round draft to follow. All right. Is it time?
It's time.
Go ahead.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
All right. I'm going to click the wheel of name screen. It's going to spin. Somebody's going to come up. That person is 101 in Division 1. Adam, let that sit there for a second so everybody can see it. Then toggle to the spreadsheet, or even do that once in a while and put that in. And then I'll remove the name from the wheel and we'll keep going. Ready?
I like it.
Good luck, everyone.
After the 1-1s, I want to ask you guys a question.
Okay.
You got it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
There he is.
Oh, meant to be KT.
Kyle Turner.
Kyle Turner. Analytics
Welcome
are
to
for
the
the nerds.
show.
Will make the first pick of the entire Scott Fish Bowl.
Mike, are you keeping track of these as well?
On the spreadsheet?
Yeah, or anywhere.
No.
Okay.
Unless you want me to.
I wouldn't hate it just in case, I
Okay.
don't know, something
Okay.
happened to my
I-
computer and everything.
I will do that. But I'm not going to show this screen.
Even if Louie, if you just want to like text it to me as we're
Got
going.
it. No, we're fine.
yeah,
I'll do it.
Okay.
Let's talk about the people as we get through.
Yeah, Louie, talk about Kyle Turner for us.
I will. I want you guys to know that I think we've been on a hiatus for many different reasons, but we did talk today that we will be recording here soon again, and Analytics Are for the Nerds will be back in full force. Not competing against our favorite podcast, The Deep End, of course.
Listen, you guys are more than welcome anytime. I'm happy that the best name in fantasy podcast history is back podcasting again.
We are glad to be back. I finally convinced him. I had to start paying him more money, but he really held out for a long time on the contract, but we got him back. Is Mike frozen, or am I like?
Mike,
I've had a tough time, but I'm back on now. I think I just can't toggle to see you guys. Okay. So I'm just going to stay at the wheel for the moment, okay?
Stay at the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel. All right, next one.
Pick 101 in Division 2.
Exciting.
And that's Dylan or Damien. I think it's Damian Lyon, I believe.
Damian Lyon. There he is.
All right. Well, Damien's dreams of being in a Scott Fishbowl live draft with Kyle have been crushed.
Crushed. That's right.
Crushed. He will not be.
Sorry, Damien.
All right. What's your post 101 question?
I wanted to ask you guys, like, did you guys learn anything specifically from last year's contest? Like, I mean, again, we were drafting probably in one of the toughest. I don't mean to brag about Western New York, but because of how we set it up, that's probably one of the toughest divisions that I think that there was last year. But did you specifically learn anything on how to draft or how you're going to change your drafting strategies at all?
I just remember don't draft DeAndre Swift is one thing I learned. I went Jackson Andrews to start, and Jackson got hurt. I did not have a good year. It was my first playoff miss. But, I mean, Louis, you don't have to be so humble. Sean and Nick Costantino have teamed up with Dom Barani to win the last 2 main events at the FFPC. Yep. Adam and you and I are something in this. I know Jerry Janiga is really sharp. I mean, other guys we met, like Tony Yeager and Brett, Mike Christensen, who are in this, are sharp. Sneaky Joe is tough. Ryan Mura wins everything. Zach Kruger from NBC. You know, guys from Fantasy Footballers and other sites. Like, I don't know, it's 3/4 of the people. I thought about not drafting in this because I just want to kind of go to it, and then I'll just draft in the Endor League or something like that. But
the best thing about the last minute of you bragging about those names is Kyle will call me tomorrow and be like, Mike didn't even mention me.
No, because I was looking. I'm looking at the wheel, and his name is no longer on it.
All right, back to the wheel.
Back to the wheel. Division 1, pick 2.
Pick 2.
And while this is spinning, I learned nothing last year. I was just trying to talk to Thurman Thomas for 4 hours.
Who will sit next to Kyle? Guess what?
That's so great.
How is that even possible? What are the odds?
Cheat sheet again.
Can I ask the odds of that are?
Oh, baby. That's so good.
That's so good.
Good assigned seating.
Oh my God!
Oh boy, rivalry.
We're gonna have to put security behind you, Adam.
That's unbelievable. And in a draft where I want the 3rd round reversal. I want to be towards the end. I didn't even get the pick I want.
Are we live?
My spot's automatically I'm auctioning it.
Are we live, or should we just say we just dump it and start over? No, we're live. Okay, Division 2, pick 2.
Unbelievable.
That's hilarious.
Who will cheat off Damien's page? Brett Schwarzkopf back for a second year of Live Buffalo.
I probably talked to Brett last year, but I need to know if Brett is related to General Schwarzkopf because
I feel like I didn't.
If you talked to him last year and he said yes, wouldn't you remember?
Probably. All right.
Okay.
I am more excited about that this year, Mike. We were so busy last year with doing such a big event that I'm actually excited that I feel like in a smaller event here, we'll actually maybe be able to actually socialize with some of these people and get to know them a little bit better than we did last year.
Yes.
How's the setup?
I'm trying to
over
remove
there?
that, but it's a big room. It's gonna be great.
Perfect.
I can't get on this page right now, so just give it a second.
I'm glad it's not me anymore. But yeah, it'll be good to. What's the setup? I've never been to Fatty Beer, Louie. What are we thinking?
What are we thinking as far as
Is it bigger than last year? Is it as far as space wise?
Space wise? I think that's pretty close, right, Mike? I mean, it's
Yeah.
Space wise, I think we're going to have maybe more. We're not doing as much, I think, with the extracurricular raffles and stuff, but we'll have a bigger space. I don't want to, I guess, be derogatory against the place we were at, so I won't at least repeat the name, but we're definitely working with better beer this year for sure.
Oh,
so I definitely think we have a better beer selection at Fatty, and Nick Fatty is really good friends of Mike and I, and he always is really he always takes care of us and very welcoming every time we go in there. It is it's going to be a really fun night. And the Wurlitzer's this, I don't know if Mike's being facetious when he says, world-renowned building, but it is a pretty famous building, for Niagara County.
For Niagara County. No, I'm super excited. I didn't even know the date until today, and I got to throw it in the family calendar. But no, that'll be good. That'll be fun to do that. How many fish bowls will this make for you, Lou?
This is only my second. And so, yeah, I have to, I got to, I went around the whole invitation process and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start running live events, and then he's got to put me in. So I've kind of worked my way in here the last two years by running the events, but hopefully that's given me a little bit of carte blanche in the future.
What happened?
I don't know what's caused my problem. I closed a couple other things, so hopefully we're good.
Give me the wheel back.
I will in a second. Mistakenly, one of my many clicks trying to get back spun the wheel for the 301.
What do we got?
Division 1, whatever that is, 103. So I will show you. I know this answer. It's funny. It's good.
It's going to be Louie's dog's chew toy. He's going to be who this
is. he's really
Stutzman.
Studs.
The champ.
Man, you are just one big Adam sandwich here.
Oh,
Turner and
God,
Stutz.
that's right.
Like it.
Listen, the last time I sat next to Sean, it was at a poker game in his neck of the woods. And I did okay at poker, but there was some side game during the poker that was just
Isn't there always?
Just crushing me. And he begged me not to do it. But I was trying to be an alpha like all those tough guys. DJ McKinnon was there and all the big timers, and I was trying to hang with them, and I couldn't handle it.
Just like at the Canton Bar when he knew who scored, like Sam Adams 2003 week 1 touchdown in the touchdown game we played. That's a little inside, but I apologize to Sean for his not enjoying seeing his name come up. If it helps, I didn't see it either. I was just trying to frantically click to see if I could stay afloat, and then I heard clapping because the Wheel of Names has an applause track, and then it said Stutzman. So I think want to count. Let's make sure. Let's not fool around. Let's count. If there should be 27 names, right? Left.
I don't know. I can't add.
No, 19. 19.
19.
19.
Yes.
Wow. 4, 8, 12, 16, 19. Start at Reinhardt. 4, 8, 12, 16. Yep, we're good. All right, ready for Division 2, pick 3.
Let's go.
Sorry for the confusion. That's not me. That's not me.
Is it pronounced Shote?
I don't know. Probably Shot. Jesse Shot. Hopefully that's right.
Welcome.
It'd be awesome if it were Shote, because then I'd meet my soulmate.
Marge's nephew.
know what?
Shot? No.
Marge
I don't
Shot,
know.
right? That's the person,
Owner?
right?
Same name, yes. All right.
Could be.
That's all right. How do we like these leagues so far?
I hate mine, but
I don't know.
I'm already rooting against being in Division One. I'm rooting against coming up here. Be
I
funny.
hate mine.
Be funny to see Nick here.
Oh, what happened? Reinhardt. Is that the Reinhardt? The Buffalo?
That is Jason Reinhardt, whom I don't know. But congratulations to him for being a part of our night. And you are next to Sean and Adam and Kyle, and that's a beastly start over there.
That is beastly.
The good news is Adam won't prepare for this draft, so you won't have to worry about
That is true.
too
No,
much. He's
I'm
got
always. I
17
stay
best ball drafts.
prepared. I stay
Okay.
prepared. Okay.
All right, here we go. Division 2, pick 4. It stopped on me again. Did
Jaeger.
it stop on you guys?
I just see Jaeger, but no applause.
Yeah.
It
I
didn't
got
finish.
Jaeger.
It didn't finish.
Oh,
It didn't
no.
finish.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Well, it's probably not. I think by the speed of the wheel, it's probably not Jaeger. What is my problem over here? I got to close more stuff.
Close more stuff. What else you got going on? Louis, I don't want to even see you at the draft without a microphone. Okay.
maybe maybe seeing that we have no entertainment this year, Kyle could just do a 20-minute set, and I'll say some things.
I'd be okay. I'd be perfectly okay with that. Perfectly okay with that.
I'm sorry about this. I got to make sure that I just don't start doing what I would do privately and just start clicking everything and shut it down, right? Because then I could have to type in the whole list again. I got to sort of tough this out.
Yep, tough
I
it out.
and I just don't know how to do that. Like that wheel has not stopped spinning.
Oh, is it still spinning for you?
I think no, it's not still. I think you're seeing the same. It's just sort of frozen,
Yep.
but I don't think it's done.
Yeah,
I can't do
I've
anything
never
about it.
never done the wheel. The wheel. It just looks like the wheel of death.
The wheel of
The wheel
names.
of
Come
death.
on, wheel of names. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to close other tabs. I feel like it's going to finish or it's going to drop me.
Yeah.
Well, you guys don't have anything else to do tonight, I hope. It's
I
so
mean,
bad.
I definitely don't. I mean, do you want to just X out of it and do a wheel with just the 18? I mean, it's probably gonna take you forever to set that back up. But
No,
yeah, I'm
I
not
want to
sure.
try to still be true to it. If this finishes in a second, if we can just keep talking about fantasy football,
Yeah.
see what happens. And then my instinct is to do that, like sort of let it work itself out. And then I'll close more stuff before we spin it a fifth, the next
Yep.
time. But this
so
will be the 4th slot in Division 2 whenever this resolves, which hopefully isn't, in a week.
Did you restart? Should I restart in the computer?
What?
Did you try restarting your computer?
No, I don't want to do that because I want to have the.
Oh,
God, here we go.
well, he's gone. Just
right.
get rid of him.
Let's talk about. You want to talk
Thanks
about our
for
latest FFPC we
cow.
did together?
So what are you drafting in right now? Where do you, obviously
I'm-
underdog, but what
I'm maxing out everything in underdog.
You are.
I'm trying. I mean, it's tougher these days because, I don't have as much free time, because it's rookie draft season still in Dynasty, and I'm on
is it really? Gosh.
Yeah, I'm on like rookie draft number like 62. I'm
Jeez
over
Louise.
it. I'm over it. It's I think I have like 3 more left. My last one's next Monday, and then I'll start focusing a little bit more on redraft. But I still I've found time to pretty much max out every tournament that's come out so far. A couple of the puppies I haven't because I just don't have that kind of time to max out those. But
So what does that look like from like a schedule? Like when you're maxing out all these tournaments, we're talking. So I maxed out I forgot what the name of it was, but I maxed out the baseball tournament, like the main baseball tournament, and that took me consistently, like 3 to 4 drafts a day what does that look like for you for football? I mean, if you're doing a couple tournaments, I mean, you guys are doing what, 10 to 12 drafts a day?
Yeah, I would say about 10 a day for some of them. I mean, the slower moving ones, the slower filling ones, especially early in the off season, you could go a little bit slower. I think like the first like big board ones. I gotta get this toy.
What is happening tonight? I'm kicking you both out.
Now he's running from me. Oh, Mike's back.
What is happening?
This is going fine. Everything is going okay.
Can you see the finishing of the wheel?
No,
all right, it's coming back. It's coming back. What drama? There.
Oh, I don't even want to add it. Populars.
Jeremy is the 4th pick in Division 2. This is a disgusting display of podcasting, but it's still correct. Like so far, the key thing, correct. What makes tonight different is we have to get the wheel right. And so we got to put up with all this to be able to do that. I've closed, I don't know, 10 or 20 more tabs. I'm auto drafting and everything else because I have closed everything else. Here we go.
Right,
we are at Division 1, pick 5. Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it.
Jerry or Mike? Jerry Janiga, League of Shopes and Dreams, 1-time champion. And I meant to bring that trophy down tonight because it has my name on it, but I forgot.
Next. Before this thing gets a cramp again.
I know.
Okay.
Or before I do. All right, Division 2. You want to be in Division 2? You don't get to sort of needle Adam.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
There he is.
Nick Costantino. Nick. That's right, isn't it?
The $1 Million Boys
are split up.
Yeah, split up. $1 Million Boys. I like that.
The cause.
All right. 106.
So, and then I'll show the boards after.
Zachary
Krug.
Adam, you get to deal with that guy.
I know.
You know, in terms of a draft, I like Zach a great deal. I hope that didn't come out different.
You got to deal with that guy.
I was just gonna say, I think even with us 3 included, Zach is my favorite participant.
Well, I'm happy because I never get to, like, we talk a lot on Twitter, but you know, he was there last year. He was in a different draft. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. Then he was at the expo, and I kind of saw him in passing a little bit. But it'd be good to tell him about how much Kyle's staring at my computer from 4 o'clock.
206, Division 2. Come on.
Just gonna do this. That's what we have.
Can you
so
see
far.
Me?
I see. Well, yes, I see you.
I've clicked it twice.
Okay.
So I think it's probably spinning.
This is going to be a 2-show episode. Stay tuned for the next episode.
I can't even figure out what the problem is. I restarted the computer today.
Oh my God. You just need to pop in and pop out, and we'll get 3 done, and then we'll keep doing it until we get 12 done.
I'm trying, but I can't close out. I'm trying.
Oh, goodbye. Player profiles we're never going to hear back from them. I'm going to email them. Hey guys, say about the show.
The worst thing about it is like this is my return to podcasting here, and it's all going to be my fault. It's going to be blamed on me somehow.
It is. This is payback for the first 5 shows when I couldn't get any internet and I was choppy.
Oh my God. I've wanted to be on the show just to talk about that because you were literally pixelated like a Nintendo game.
I had to buy a new modem, a new router, what else did I buy? I bought a new internet service. It was insane. We finally got it right. Oh, he's back.
What a story.
3 at a time. 3 at a time. Let's go.
What if I told you?
What if
I told you?
So you know how I said I clicked it twice?
Yep.
There was a spin and then there was remove. So Sneaky Joe.
Perfect.
Got that spot. 206. You'll notice his name is no longer on the list, on the wheel. And I can show results. And you can
Sneaky
see
Joe.
that. Here's
It's going to be
entries.
Sneaky Mike now from now on.
Wait a minute. No, that's not right. There were two.
Division 2. Yeah.
Kruger.
This is what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, that's Zach. Okay, sorry, you're right. Good, that's Zach.
Next.
I've never called him Kruger. All right, so
He's looking for Kruger.
that's what it says. This is the results tab. You can see that.
Yeah.
Those are the names in order, and then here's the remaining names. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're halfway. We're halfway done. All right, Louie, we have not been picked yet.
Nope. This is where I want to go. Right here, right around. I'll take this now. Even if it means being with that shark Adam Krautwurst.
That's right.
You want the 1-7. Here we go.
This
It is fitting.
This pod is not
Who is 1-7 without thinking?
by Wheel of Names. Mira. Oh,
Jackson.
Ooh, I like Jackson. That's a good one.
Witt.
John Witt.
John Witt. The John Witt.
He's here, and he's 107.
He sounds like a bad.
He's going back to back. He was with us last year too. Oh,
Love it.
God.
Keep going. Don't talk too much. Just keep hitting the.
So I think I've hit remove, but it didn't do anything.
Okay,
So we got to wait. Let's talk about fantasy football for a minute.
let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. All right, Kyle. Who's Kyle going? Louis with the 101
101. Kyle will be going
super flex.
Allen. He'll go Allen.
That is true.
He is an Allen hater. He still wants it. He was one of those guys. See, Mike's, intelligent. He was against Allen, but then when when Allen started playing, he flipped his switch. Kyle still wants to believe that he was right and that Allen's just gonna be bad one day.
That's so sick.
I will admit,
I hate being there even more now. Just I hope a good. You know what? I hope he passes on him. I hope he passes on him, and I'm gonna take him. People don't realize Josh Allen, he's played with one first round pick.
Yeah,
Benjamin.
One. Kelvin Benjamin, tight end Kelvin Benjamin, who wouldn't even play catch with him before the game started. Okay. That's who we're talking about here. This is what he had to develop with. Some guys.
Well, you won't see that guy no more.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Can we draft Kelvin Benjamin in this draft? So I don't know. I've done my shows on Josh Allen.
It's Allen or Mahomes, right? I mean, there's no other guy to be considered.
Well, yeah, I'm taking the one that he doesn't take. So
One thing about this, that's probably right, but I would want to study that because of the interceptions.
Yeah.
Allen is not great in interceptions. I mean, obviously rushing, he makes up for a lot, but that can hurt him. He was up there again last year in fumbles. So probably I get disconnected here soon and we'll do this again. I don't know. We just got to – it's a disaster of a show, but we got to stay true to the wheel. Like you got to be true to the wheel. Everybody's got to be able to see, I think, what happens here.
yeah, I agree. I think there he goes.
There it is.
I think at this point we need to do 3 names. He needs to do disconnect, and then we do 3 more. We just need to do it.
I'll tell you what, if the 4-year-olds come down 3 different times since I put on her pajamas, she comes down one more time, I'll just have her point to names.
That's right.
We'll just do that. That'll work.
Holy cow.
But Mike is this person. Mike is the guy that he needs everything to be legit, fair,
official.
Fair. When we do his Leagues of Shope and Dreams, what is it? Draft lottery.
Sean, you are getting Sean asks, who am I taking? I'm taking Mahomes or Allen. So you would get Hurts. Yeah. So just start planning on that. Because there's no way I'm passing on. Even if Allen's like the 5th ranked quarterback based on projections and stuff.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering, because Mike hit that on the head with the interceptions. I wonder if there will be a justification to not have him 1-1 or 1-2, but I just can't see it.
No, me either.
Adam is rocking. That's a bad sign.
All right, go.
So 107 was John Witt. We haven't missed anything else.
No.
We should have 11 names still on the wheel, and we do. Ready? This is for Division 2, pick 7.
Division 2, pick 7.
Ryan Mira.
There you go. Next.
He is rocking. What are the Red Sox up? What's the problem here? All right. So far, seamless. Right back to draft 1.
So far, seamless.
Lou and I have not been picked for anything yet, and that continues.
Yeager. Tony Yeager. Welcome to the draft.
108.
The 108. After you do this one, I will show the board.
Okay, good.
Actually, when you get kicked out again, I'll show the board. That should be. There he is.
There he is.
Finally.
There's Mike.
208. We're in. Next to Ryan.
That's
Sneaky Joe, Ryan Mira, Mike Shope. I mean, Nick
108 is
baby.
Burrow.
Wow.
Burrow, Mike.
For me?
Jefferson. Does
Look at
Jefferson
that.
slip that much?
Look at Murderer's Row there. Costantino,
Richardson.
Sneaky Joe, Mira, Shope.
Richardson at 1-8.
League 1, number 9. Louis passed on again.
Is it out or got?
Ian Ott. Ian was with us last year. Worked for the Sabres. Super nice guy. Really helped us a lot last year getting organized. Glad that Ian is back in the group.
Me too.
Anything you guys want to talk about?
Nope. I want to keep spinning.
I can't do that for you right yet.
All right. So my suggestion would be just to back out and come back in. That'd be my suggestion.
Drop me.
Drop you? All right. Goodbye. Oh wait, I can't do that. I can only take him off the stream. I can't actually do it.
So what? I don't understand totally what's going on, but that's fine. I appreciate our little banter, and then we get excited every couple. There he is. It's and there he's gone.
He's just backstage. Yeah, he has to actually.
Okay.
No, he just left. All right. So here's what we got so far: KT, Adam Krautwer, Sean Stutzman, Jason Reinhart, Jerry Janiga, Zachary Kruger, John Witt, Tony Yeager, Ian Ott for Division 1 so far. Damian Lyon, Brett Schwarzkopf, Jesse Schote, Jeremy Papalars, Nick Costantino, Sneaky Joe DiBiase, Ryan Mira, Mike Shope. Only 7 names to go.
Congratulations to Joe on his wedding on Friday.
Ooh,
He's getting married this Friday.
This Friday. Nice.
It's weird. Do you think it's customary to not have an invitation yet at this point? I felt like I would have gotten it by now, but I don't know. Well, I'll have to text him.
Mine must have got
Mike
lost in the mail.
Christensen is next to me in the second group. That's all right. I'm fine with that. Not because he isn't really good, although he'll tell you how he's not really good. It's not true. All right. 6 to go. 110. We're going to make it.
Let's go.
I predict over under 1.5 more interruptions.
Let's go.
Over.
Eric Ludwig at the 110.
Well, you got to show the wheel here, Michael, if you want to make this fair.
Oh, I didn't do that?
No, you know what? Leave it back there. It's fine.
No, wait. No. You haven't seen Mike or Eric?
No.
Gotta show it. Gotta show it.
Show it.
And I'll show you results so there's no controversy about this.
Thank God.
Thank God.
So where does Ludwig go?
Here. 210 or 110.
110 is Ludwig.
Look at me.
Last
pick,
Christensen, Ludwig. Yeah, 3rd round reversal.
Yeah,
So it's Shope, Christensen. Okay.
Open.
Paste. All right. So is this what it's supposed to look like here?
I can't see yours.
There's 5 left.
I can't see it.
Okay.
I've got the wheel. I'm going to try to spin it. Hopefully you see it. There are 5 names left. This is for Division 2, pick 10.
Yeah. Oh, it's spinning. Oh, wow.
Like the life wheel, the game of life. I can't see. Those are both blue. It is.
Oh, my God.
Glosser. That is John Glosser at the 210, Division 2. All right. 111.
Hold on.
Louie, you're still up there.
I'm still up there.
Fantasy Fabio, Chris Furchin, 111.
Tuck. Hey. Who? Furchin.
By the way, you can nominate podcasts for awards.
That's right. Just in case anyone's wondering.
There is a process. If you're watching tonight or listening, thinking, how do I nominate? Do these people win awards? Is there a way to help them? There is. I don't know it, but there is. And just keep us in mind when you come around to the voting process next time. 111, 211. Dylan or Louie? It froze.
Oh my!
One more before I hit my over.
That's right. Oh my
I'm a
God!
gambling man.
What else is going on? Anything?
I started a draft at to 10 o'clock.
It's over. How'd you do? How'd you do?
I haven't picked yet. It's a super flex. I picked.
It's not over.
She's gone.
Where are you drafting?
What site?
Yeah.
It's not the FFPC, so I'm not gonna bring it up.
Okay.
I have the 107 in a super flex. First 4 picks: Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Justin Jefferson. So I'm thinking
Jackson.
I'm thinking, yeah, I would love Lamar. There goes Burrow. Oh wow, come on, baby, talk to me. If not, I'll probably go.
I feel like in Superflex, the Baltimore stack is way more like possible. I think with one QB, him and Andrews go a little too close to each other, but I feel like in Superflex they could be spread out enough where you can really get that. I love that Baltimore stack, only because I feel like 2 of the 3 wide receivers are going to crush. Is that me? I'm 12.
Not yet. Is this a potathon technically?
Wait, so hold on a minute. Who's 111? Who's 211?
211 is Dylan Anise.
Okay.
There are 2 names left, Louie and Mary Rose Aceto, who I'm excited to meet from Rochester. I don't know the name, but glad to have her. And she is going to be picking 12th, 24th, and 25th in the Scott Fishbowl. And so is Louie. We know they won't be together. Ready?
Yes.
Yeah. This is bringing back some really bad memories. Being picked last.
Well, it got worse.
Yeah, you bring me on, you desert me 13 times during the show.
This is the best. This is the best moment in Wheel of Names.
History.
When it's just you, but you can't lose, right? Adam, can he lose?
Can you someone take a screenshot of this? Louis' head just spinning.
I think this has been worth it. You know, we had our bumps, but I think this has been fun and worth it. And we have our teams and draft positions and draft slots for the Scott Fishbowl 13 live event in Buffalo. The first drafts of the Scott Fishbowl. May they go more smoothly than this event.
Oh my God. By the way, just for the record, if you ever ask me to do the Wheel of Names again, it's not there he goes. He doesn't even want to hear it. He doesn't even want to hear it.
He knew you were going to threaten him. He uses the Wheel of Names for everything. That's how he gives out chores at his house. Is the Wheel of Names.
Does it really?
I don't know, but he does that. That's how he picks his what he's going to wear that day. He just Wheel of Names. He's got his 7 shirts, and that's how he picks it. He loves it. He loves the Wheel of Names. Today was a little bit rough. It wasn't the Wheel of Names' fault though. Don't go just slandering the Wheel of Names here, Adam.
The Wheel of Names.
It was more. I feel like it was more Mike's internet, but
yeah, it was definitely Mike's internet. Maybe it's all that smoke coming over from Quebec. Maybe
I feel like it
that.
is, and he's so close to the border that he's getting it extra.
Last thing I heard, Adam said, just for the record, if you guys asked me to do the wheat,
gone, just booted.
There was some Wheel of Names slander, Mike, and I wasn't here.
Never again.
I didn't pay for that. I didn't pay for that site. I love it, but something I did messed up tonight. Look, Louie knows. Adam, we put our dog down yesterday.
Oh no.
it's been hard around here. Samson was 16. Like, I've known him so long, and it was really a difficult few days. We knew on Wednesday it was going to be Monday, and then when do you tell the kids and how do you do it? Today I got home from work and I called out his name, like just a reflex.
Really?
Yeah. But then I went, Sergeant Peepers, and the bird went, and she's here. Life is for the living.
Yeah.
Many great memories of Samp. Louie has been over a few times, and you hung out with Samson on Saturday, which I was really touched by. It was definitely time for him. He was having trouble even standing up.
Yeah.
But I haven't brought it up because I haven't wanted to talk about it. I didn't tell Louie either until another friend of ours did, because it's hard to talk about. But somehow in my career, in my life, I have an easier time talking about stuff when I'm being watched and listened to. So anyway, that's what's been going on here. Sorry for the internet stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going through the same thing on Friday. I'm putting a dog down. We talked about that, I'm going through all that stuff that you went through last week. I'm preparing for it, but I got a cool moment by coming over Saturday, and that you always said, watch out for Samson every time I was over. And Saturday he came over and he actually was like, hey, give me a pet. So that was a good way to see him out. But thanks for letting me come over and do that too.
The doctor comes over. She's beautiful. She's trying to sort of take some notes. My daughter, who's 11, is with us. And she said, so you have many fun memories of playing with Samson over the years. And we all went like in sync. We're like, no, he didn't like to play. I never saw him chase a ball. I would throw a ball, like practically hit him in the nose, and he would just, come on, really? And then she said, did he like people? And we all went, no, not really, no. Watch out for Samson. He didn't really like people. He just liked to sit there and look good.
There you go.
He's a show.
He's a show.
Not really that active, and he just like to sit there, and maybe you'll ask him some questions. But yeah, what a loss. Anyway, thanks for bearing with me here these last few minutes and last hour and 10, because the internet, yikes, that's never happened to us once. Well, it happened to Adam a bunch of times.
Yeah,
that's right.
Adam did say one of the times you dropped out, it was his payback for the early internet failures on his end, where he looked like a pixelated Nintendo character for the first 4 episodes. So that's it.
Gross.
Louie got the last pick of the thing, 3rd round reversal. Adam got next to Kyle at 102, one of the first picks of the thing, and with Sean Stutzman. I'm with Sneaky Joe, Ryan, and Mike Christensen, like 3 of my best friends. So that's the wheel of names. That's the wheel of names.
It's going to be incredible.
Thanks, Lou.
Hey, guys, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Adam, final thoughts?
That's it. I'm ready to finish up this draft I'm doing here and throw this end screen on here and get going.
Don't fall asleep.
Please follow us, like our show if you do. I mean, don't lie, but hopefully you do. And you made it through this. Hopefully you care something about it. Next week, are we drafting next week? Got a couple ideas, some fun things coming up on the show. Usually Tuesday nights, 9 Eastern. Listen in the replay hive anytime you like. Thanks for watching and listening. For Louie, Mike, and Adam, good night.
See you guys.
Hey, I want to take a moment to thank you for tuning in. It's important to me that all of our media be free. This is only possible because of you allowing a true independent sports media enterprise to thrive unlike any other in the business. So please subscribe to the All In Package to continue to make all of this possible, to ensure that all of our stats, information, data, content is available to you, especially you, the people that get the site and get the show.